Hey guys, this is Frenzy. Welcome back to the Mighty Quest. This is going to be the 155 defense video. Pretty much everything set up the way my last video was, except for this room here. And this is kind of really the masterpiece in work. The only problem is I don't like this layout of this room specifically. So I'm going to have to do some renovating. I really don't like this, even this room. So I'm pretty much going to be changing out my entire layout for 175. But for 115, it's decent. The layout and the overall idea is really good. So this room right here, as you can see, I have a double pull set up, 2 archers. This little squiddly is kind of just watching as soon as they crossed through here. Now the only problem with this is they can go around, right? So I have a ton of slow traps set up to try to just like slow them down if they do. Also, there is a possibility that this double pull does work from the backside. The only problem with it is, if you're a hero down here, you're going to be looking up, which means you're going to be able to see more of what's coming before it actually hits you. Whereas if you're coming from the south, you have the skill bar and the mana and health globes, and it's going to be blocking you as this hook comes in. So you kind of want people to go through this way, and I believe I have a couple replays of both of them happening. I also think I have replays of people coming in through the backside and the hook working as well. I think I have a total of 3 replays, except that one of them does crash the client for some reason. So anyway, let's explain how this is going to work. The hero's going to come through here, going to get pulled by this, with this squiddly, you know, kind of giving sight, I suppose, for the hook. So the hook comes in, this guy's also aggroed, he kind of steps up when, like, this aggro happens, he turns and steps towards this trap, this hook comes in, he hooks, the trap goes in, the trap lands into this aggro circle, this guy hooks into this fire and into the 3 archers. And it's a pretty big combo which gets, you know, 39 defense worth of units on you, and you're taking fire damage and taking a bunch of shots. So everything else, for the most part, is set up exactly the same as the old defense guide. Except for obviously this, but I don't think this is actually in any of the replays. I think that's extremely new. So let's just take a look at replays. So this guy right here, I believe, is the bugged replay, so we're going to watch the other 2. And I believe, like, I think I watched this one in the last replay, the last video, and it's the same guy, so that's obviously going to be old. So it's going to be these 2 replays. So I'll look at the one that I won first, because why not? I did not want to revenge right now. Replay, there we go. So overall, this defense hasn't gotten like a ton of testing, I suppose, but I've done extensive testing with it. It seems pretty good if they go the right way, and it looks like this guy is. He misses the hook, and the other guy misses the hook, but he actually ends up stepping directly on the plate anyway, and you can see how it's going to work. So obviously these hookers are only level 2, the Hunger Boss only level 2. When they get up to level 4, they get the added range and the added speed of their hooks, so it just becomes much better. But as you can see, this guy just can't handle all the DPS. And that's kind of how it's laid out to actually work. So he just dies right there. And I believe like every single person actually does land on that, which is kind of silly. So let's watch the other one. I believe this guy does go around the other way. Yeah, see, he comes up to the top side of it, which kind of opens up this path, and they're like, oh, hey, look at that. And he gets a bunch of slow, but obviously it's not ideal. Although I think this one does land the hook from the other side, so he does see everything a lot better, but as you can see, pull, bam, and pull and get shot. And this guy's actually a pretty tanky warrior, but he still takes about half life, and you can see he's getting yanked all over the place. He's gonna have to use a health potion up here momentarily. This does bunch everything up for him to just start taking pot shots at everything, and he's getting some lucky globe drops, where he's actually getting health as he's fighting, which is really good for him. He actually still hasn't had to use a potion, but I know he does during this, at least probably 2 to get through. Again, bunch of hits, taking damage. Still gets hit by the Cyclops. Again, once that Cyclops gets leveled up, he's going to have a stun on top of that charge, so it'll be even better. And he did use a potion. So already kind of a win in my book, because if people are going to use these good potions, I mean, there's not really an easy way to kill them. Alright, so he charges right in there, takes another couple pot shots. And gets knocked back into the mousetrap. That's exactly how that's supposed to work. Again, I have this Dr. Skull in here. This has been changed. Mainly due to these kind of attacks that I'm seeing. They're really not all that useful. You know, these summoning units are only taking 3 shots for this guy to kill, so obviously not ideal for 10 defense worth of units. And let's see if my archers do good damage. Oh yeah, tons of damage. Almost dies, but not quite enough. He did have to use another potion, so that's 2 potions now that I think he used. And maybe another one? Nope, finds a health globe. So that's really the best thing you can hope for. He ended up having to use 2 potions. I made it kind of cost him a little bit to actually get through the dungeon. I mean, obviously you can hope for that initial pull to do enough DPS to actually kill somebody. I guess that's the best way to do things. He actually left a gold pile back there, so nice of him. So how many potions did he end up using? 2, and this guy that did break me ended up using 3, but I was shielded, so it really didn't matter. I can't watch this replay because it is bugged, and I will my client will crash. So not bad, you know. If they're using potions to break you and they're over leveling your dungeon, like 10 and 11 was the 155 range. Not too bad, and also like 8 crowns lost, 10 crowns gained. That's decent. Obviously, I didn't have nearly as big of a sample size as I did for my last video, but not too bad. I'm gonna get to work on 175 now, and once that's finished up, I'll make a video of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.